Good afternoon, Lifetime Training fitness professionals. I hope you have now had a chance to get acclimated to your new club, as well as to meet and greet all the members that are now in your new home and integrating yourself with the equipment in your brand new space. Today, I'd like to take a little bit of your time to discuss a little bit more about the next 120 days of your onboarding as we go through our post-fitness and nutrition onboarding program. Now, taking a look at today's agenda, we're going to discuss a little bit more about what does this onboarding program look and feel like. We'll talk a little bit about customer service, as well as how we're delivering our lifetime behaviors at an exceptional level, and then obviously planning out the way forward and what your next agenda and criteria is going to look like. Now, to give you some background, Lifetime Training has gone through extensive efforts to deliver first-class certifications for you. Now, as you have experienced, the certification that you have just gone through lasted about 3 weeks in duration. A week of virtual learning, a week of live learning, and then a week of club specialty training and setup. Now, during this time, you might have felt a little bit overloaded or overwhelmed with all the content and criteria. We want to make sure that you feel comfortable and confident in delivering the Lifetime Training brand to all of our brand new members in a good format that you will feel successful in. Lifetime has decided to drip feed additional education throughout this 120-day process. Over the next 14 weeks, you will continue to learn more about Lifetime Training, the science behind our why, as well as get yourself a little bit more integrated with some of our specialists and subject matter experts in the areas. During this time of 120 days, we will navigate through specific topics which will stem anywhere from service, science, delivering a first-class session, and eventually into succession training for yourself. We want to again make sure that you understand everything that there is behind what Lifetime does, and we're going to make sure that you can navigate it through each of these topics. Each topic is about a month long in duration, and you'll see that as we go through our syllabus on the right hand of your screen. So we are currently in the 0 and 1 week. You have now completed your grand opening, and you are currently working on week 1 of our agenda and criteria. I will go through step by step of what this is going to look and feel like for you over the next upcoming weeks. Now, as far as what your agenda and content is going to look like, is every single week you will have some pre-work. This pre-work will be additional learning and it will be found in your Learning Well account. You will simply navigate to the Fitness and Nutrition New Club Opening Bundle, and you will see that you'll be able to progress after all of your current modules are completed. This pre-work will consist of various different ways to navigate your learning. It can consist of additional Learning Well modules, Idea Club Connect educational opportunities, zip notes, articles, or podcasts. So this will help you navigate different ways of learning so that you can feel comfortable about getting acclimated to the additional services and programs that we offer. This pre-work is ideally done prior to your Thursday education. The Thursday education will be facilitator-led, either in person, through a live WebEx, or a recorded meeting. You'll be introduced to subject matter experts that work from our corporate or regional facilities, so you can build a special bond with them and pick their brain on the areas that they are passionate about. After you've completed the pre-work and the facilitator-led event, there will be some additional follow-up activities. These activities are typically member-facing. So now that you have learned a little bit more about this specific topic, we'll see how you can deploy and deliver it to the individuals in your club. After you've completed these follow-up activities, there is an opportunity for you to post your findings or post your documents to the grid. This will ensure compliance as well as spark some chatter amongst the team about some of the opportunities and life-changing effects that you have had on your individuals. And then to wrap up each week, there is a form stack evaluation. This form stack will have obviously relevant content to the education you've just received, a short quiz to evaluate your understanding, as well as ensuring compliance across the board. This form stacked activity is to be completed to the Monday prior to your next week's start. After each topic of science, service, the session, and succession, there is a monthly stage gate exam. This wraps up the entire 4 weeks of the learning that you have gone through and makes sure that you have retained the information and that you're set up and progressively ready to go for the next stage of our learning. Now, as far as week 1 through 4 goes, we really want to focus on member engagement as well as providing a service champion model. In your Learning Well, you'll see that under week 1, it's going to start with a form stack survey. In order to execute this survey correctly, you're going to need to self-enroll in a specific Learning Well module. The Learning Well module is called Service Champions Level 1. As you can see, there are 4 different topics. Topics 1 and 2 are to be completed this week prior to Monday. Those topics are entertaining and educational. Within the next 4 weeks, you will have to complete the friendly and inviting and functional and innovative modules. Again, these are found in your Learning Well, but you will have to self-enroll, and in order to do so, you will search for them in the search bar criteria. A big best practice is to utilize Google Chrome. Utilize Google Chrome when doing this activity because it will open up a pop-up that will tell you a little bit more about the details of the learning that you will go through. This pop-up will look something like this, and it gives you a breakdown of all the timelines of the modules that you will complete for each segment. Overall, you can see here, it will take you about 30 to 45 minutes to complete each section every single week. So make sure you dedicate enough time throughout the course of your week to do the educational learning, the in-person activities, as well as the facilitator-led events. Now, during this educational training of service champions, Module 1 is going to talk about entertaining. Within this aspect, you'll understand a little bit more about members with questions, members with issues, internal communication and how we want it provided to our staff, as well as prioritizing your work and making sure that you focus on the needs of the day and not the things that cause distractions. In the next segment of educational, you'll understand the best way to incorporate your presentation during your consultation with your members to yield the best effect, understanding how to identify your qualifications to set the tone of authority during your consultation, as well as the best ways to make recommendations on a Core 3 program design. Later in the month, you'll start to navigate to complete our friendly and inviting and functional and innovative modules. These 2 modules need to be completed as a part of the Week 4 post-learning. In this section, you'll understand how to create personal connections, handling conflict with members and/or team members, making sure our club is super clean, as well as asking questions behind the question to really make sure that you get the right idea of the member, as well as identify the root problem. Overall, during this Service Champions modules and mindset, we're going to emphasize lifetime's training behaviors. As you have learned throughout our training already, we want to make sure that you are serving every member, you know every member, you're keeping the facility like new, providing the golden rule, as well as being a top-notch performer brand. Keeping this as your mindset every single day when you enter the facility will ensure success, whether it's growing your business, helping others, or being a supportive team member. Now, as far as, again, your homework assignment going forward, there is our 120-day NCO syllabus. You will see that there is a broken down aspect of your pre-learning assignments, the content and who will be delivering your education on Thursdays, as well as what your activities or in-club events will be. Your next couple of days by Monday is to execute the Service Champions Level 1 entertaining and educational modules, as well as complete the in-club activities that are listed in that section. Once you have completed all the modules, you will be able to have access to next week's modules. Throughout the next upcoming weeks, you will have vendors that will be coming in to educate you on specific equipment in your club. That will stem anywhere from Normatec, Hyperice, Boost, Octane, PowerPlate, and TechnoGym. They will be on site to help you navigate the equipment, button push, and show some of the unique features that they offer. In order to be successful during these live trainings, we want to ensure that you have some background knowledge in those specific pieces of equipment. As you will see in week 2, there are some Learning Well modules that will help you identify a little bit more about the equipment, as well as also the opportunity to learn as well as complete some CECs or CEU credits for continuing education. Every single Monday, this work is due. On Monday morning, I will be sending out a memo showcasing your progress. Within this memo, it's going to highlight not only the stage of where you are in this operation, it will give statistics around your club and your fellow team members. We will showcase at the top of the screen here what company updates, awareness, or club-specific education you might need, as well as you can see the agenda, as well as some useful links to our learning. Also in this memo, there will be a highly effective schedule example. This will showcase basically how many clients, admin, member engagement, as well as any other concepts throughout the course of the day that you should be completing. Now, this schedule might not exactly match yours, but it gives you an idea as far as the quantity of appointments you should be completing. At the bottom of this screenshot, you'll see that there are also specific action items in addition to your syllabus. These action items usually consist of reading an article that will be attached to this Monday memo, and it will incorporate ways to generate great service, how you can integrate with members on the fitness floor, as well as opportunities to build your business. Below that will be other specific action items to again help you engage more with members and get to the pinnacle of where you want to be in your career at Lifetime. And then finally on this memo, it's going to show a month-to-date scorecard. You will see your name listed off to the left, as well as your completion of our opportunity sessions, our 120-day weekly scoring of your form stacks, how many members you have rostered month to date. Ideally, we are looking at a minimum of 2+ week over week, how many paid or track total sessions you have completed, your total productivity, which is a combination of your sales as well as service, and how it aligns to your current month's goal, and the percentage of that productivity goal. And then finally, we'll look at integrated programs and total sales. Integrated programs is anything but one-on-one services. It basically identifies how aligned you are to the Lifetime Training brand and how you incorporate services beyond one-on-one training. And then obviously, it will show your total sales as well. Again, this 120-day process is for you. It's here to help you ensure that you are growing as a Lifetime Training team member and that you are getting the opportunities for education to enhance your mold and enhance your model. Without completion of this 120-day training, you will not be able to successfully level up, and/or it might cause you to not perform to your best ability possible. If you do have any further questions, feel free to reach out, as I am always here for help. But I want to thank you for listening to today's overview of the 120-day process.